These blinds are way too long for our needs. They'll probably go all the way down to the floor if we let them. All right. So so what I need to do is adjust this. Okay, if you see this, the courtesy of our cats. Okay, someday that'll be fixed. Anyway, we got to adjust this to where it sits right on top. We don't need it to go any further. So we're going to let this come down a little bit and let it rest, lock it into place, and we're going to mark it somewhere around here with a felt tip pen. Now what you want to do is have the bottom one lay on your ledge. Okay, and you're going to take your felt tip pen and go on the one on the bottom and mark that. Do the same thing on the other side, so you go straight across, and that's where we're going to cut. Now when we cut, we don't want to cut the strings. Okay, if you cut the strings, then you're going to have an issue. All right, so so you can cut the strings down low if you want. All right, well, we don't want the strings to totally undo, because we got to retie the strings onto the items underneath that's holding these things into place. All right, so we have our marks, and we're going to start cutting across. All right, so I'm very reluctant to cut strings right on top. So let's cut the strings down low. All right, and there's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, strings are cut. After I cut the strings is when the battery died. I can't cut them again, so hey, left that in there. But look how long that shade is. And there's the windowsill right there. Okay, so that's crazy long. And that's what we're going to fix. And I put the markers right there. I'm just hoping I didn't cut the strings too short. Okay, once again, you do not want to cut the strings when you're cutting this. Okay, the string's right there. All right, so actually for now I'm going to pull the string out, because I don't want to cut the string. I'm going to cut right along this line. Another string. String out there. There's no going back. Once you cut, that's it. So no undoing this part. So make sure you take a good measurement. All right. So what we need is what's on the bottom of this. So if you have caps on the end of these, go ahead and pop them off and slide this off. Okay, and try and keep that all there. We're going to slide this thing off now, and we're going to put that back on later on. All right, where we just let everything else drop. Okay, and wow. Okay, so where'd everything go? I have 1, 2. So the one it fell down here. These are the anchors. Okay, they're little tiny things. So we need to take a pair of scissors, cut off all the string to where you have three of these. It's a lot better to take it off of your window again, or take it off your window if this is the first time you're doing it. And you already got the measurement, you already made the cut, and now what we need to do is put everything back together. Now, got to keep in mind, all we had on the bottom was about this much string. So don't be tying way up there or way down there. What we want to utilize is this much string. Probably put the knot somewhere in the middle and then trim off the bottom. All right, so that's what we're going to do here. It's so much easier doing it on the ground, on a table. Make sure everything's nicely packed. We are going to stick this thing in here. This guy right here. This has to be put in. This guy, I don't have the hole on the bottom part, so I'm just going to put this thing through the loop and bring it up there. This thing does have a hole, so we're going to take this out. This is what's left of the string. Everything else has a fishing line because the string's busted, and this is what I did in the other videos, how to fix the strings with fishing string. It worked a lot. Really nice that way. So if you haven't seen that video yet, go ahead and watch that one. All right, bring that through. This is in. We need to bring this one through. and make sure it's all inside. Okay, and patience is a virtue when you do this kind of work. All right, now come on, I'm going through the hole. See the hole? Yep, see the hole? Going in from behind and it's a little tougher. All right, oh man, I just pulled, okay, there we go. All right, so those are through. So now what needs to happen is that is going to, we're going to have, this is going to be like this. So this is going to be down like this. That piece of hard piece and this is going to go inside this. So you need to have, make sure you have this part on the bottom. This is going to go through this hole. So we're going to do this on one at a time because we don't want the other ones to come out while we're doing this. So we're going to tie off the first one. So this is one of these things are going to be in there. So what we're going to do is bring it about halfway up of our, and that's about it right there. And we're just going to tie a couple of knots around this. Now the other ones, if you didn't watch the other video, if you know how to tie a fishing hook, because I have fishing string on this side, you need to know how to tie a fishing hook onto a string. So if you have string like this one, all you have to do is to put a couple of knots on it, and it works fine. All right, we'll trim everything off after it's done. So that's a knot, and that is not coming through. So that's going to sit right underneath. So now we need to do the next one. This is fishing string. All right, so know how to do not everybody's going to have fishing string on their drapes, on their screens. So I am going to go ahead and at this time go ahead and tie the rest of yours off, and I'm just going to go through and do this and tie the fishing string on like I'm tying a fishing hook onto a line. Okay, what I'm really hoping is that we're going to have the same tension on up there on the line. Everything's going to be right. If it's not, then we have to adjust that because we're doing this. So I'm hoping to avoid that. If our shape comes up crooked, then we have to readjust our what's called a common point, where everything ties together. And I really don't want to do that. But if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. All right, and this is the last of. Let me tell you, your knots that you're tying on the string, cotton string, is a lot easier than tying these. But to me, they're both the same because these knots are easy to me. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to pull them and cut off the excess. I use dikes. You can use scissors if you want. Make sure you get the right string, not the one that is actually holding the thing on. Okay, and put it to the side so it doesn't get tangled up. Okay, cut this excess off on this. And excess on this off. Alright, so this is done. What we're going to do is bring this up, grab inside the curtain and pull this up to that, and do that on all three of them. All right, bring that up to the top, bring this up to the top. All right, so if you can get all these out of the way, all the string out of the way, you don't want the string in there. So right now we're going to take this and this and slide it in. You might have to do like 1.5 and slide it in. But you need to get this up. It's not that hard to do, really. But got to make sure everything goes together. If it binds up, you need to look at the other side that you're not seeing. And I'm just riding it along. Make sure the bottom goes in. We're just riding this along. It's doing just nice. Real nice. And that's it. If you have caps to put on, these are the caps I was talking about. And I'm really not sure how they stay on. I think they just slide in. Yep, I guess that's how they do it. I have the other one in the bedroom. So right now, pull your strings. And it's about even, it looks like. Okay, and that's at rest. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be about even. We're going to find out. Let's see where it's at over here. Yeah, it looks pretty. One of them's kind of, I have tension on it, so you know, I'm pulling on it. One of them's a little loose, but I don't think it's going to be so bad. Let's go hang it and see what it looks like. But it's a done deal. Okay, so let's put it up and see what it looks like. This is way too cool. I installed it back up. That's all the way over. Lock it. There's a lot of string here, so this is where it would be beneficial to put a hook up here or a series of hooks and hang it up all the way so little kids don't get a hold of the string when the curtain's all the way up. That's a safety issue. So pull that and it comes down nice and even. Here's the common point that I was talking about. It's not off at all. And it comes all the way down, and there's where it rests. It doesn't run over. And just think, that's what we cut off. So yeah, you could do it for any length. And I think this is going to apply to bamboo curtains and everything. I have a bamboo curtain outside. In fact, you might be able to see it out there in the gazebo. Okay, that used to be in our living room, and I'm going to try and do the same thing on that. So that's one of those bamboo curtains that has the strings, and I think one of the strings busted on that too. So hopefully you like the video. Hey, if you need to restring it for any reason, check out that video. It's being uploaded right now. So and a whole bunch of good stuff on their over 600 videos on my channel. Check them out. Subscribe if you want. Take care. Bye.